Stop chasing. What's going on, y'all? We are back with another live. I hope y'all are ready for some more levels, some more setups, because we about to go in, all right? I'm going to give y'all some time to get on in here, man. As y'all join, y'all know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. I will never gatekeep any levels, right? Gatekeep any information. It's flowing out of me on these lives, right? It's flowing out of me on these lives. All I need you to do is just simply hit the doot, and we good. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just as soon as you walk in, just doot and say what's up. That's it. That's it. Just hit the like and say what's up. Who we got up in here? Doot. You feel me, Pam? What up, Pamela? How you feeling? Liz, good to see you. Good to see y'all in here, man. QTZ, what up? What up? P. What it do, man? What it do? Good to see y'all in here. How y'all feeling today? What y'all got going on today? How y'all feeling? Nawan, I see you. How you doing over there? My brother, Genesis, how you feeling, brother? Kay, what's going on? Hey, Anthony, what's going on, man? Brittany, good to see you. How y'all feeling today? We got another one. We got some setups. We got some setups. All right. Shout out to everybody that caught the Zoom that we took live on live. Right? Shout out to everybody that caught the Zoom that we took live on live. Also, shout out to everybody that avoided some of the mistakes, right? Like we went over some levels and we saw some things that looked kind of good, but we advised against it. The only, this for Liz right here, the only one that we advised against that actually did really well, and we knew it had the likelihood of doing it because it had earnings and all that stuff was Meta. So we caught some bangers. We missed Meta, but we still like just we undefeated on here, all right? So y'all keep on climbing in. Again, as y'all come in, man, like I said, just hit the like. That helps me out tremendously. The more likes I get, the more eyeballs that this falls on, the more people that get hip, right? And it's more of us that get money, and that's what we ultimately trying to do around here. All right. I'm glad to see you doing well, Nawan. James, what up, man? How you feeling? Miss Virgo, I see you. She said, great, haven't had a chance to trade. Work expecting me to work. Like, what's up with work expecting you to work? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would make them think that you supposed to work while you at work? They tripping. I don't know what's wrong with them thinking you're supposed to work. Nah, you're supposed to be trading. Zay, what up, man? You feeling amazing, Kay? That's good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. He said, I need a swing that's feeding generations. Hey, listen, we gonna find one, Zay. We definitely gonna find one. You took Zoom, T Nicole. There we go. Sneaker girl in the building. Yeah. He said, yeah, hey, listen, I appreciate that, Kay. Yeah, y'all come in, definitely hit that like button, y'all. Right? Definitely don't gatekeep the like. You know what I'm saying? People be standing guard. People be standing guard with the like button. Like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if I can hit it yet. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen anything that I quite like yet. You know what I mean? So I'm a hold off on hitting the like button. My thing, yeah. If you see my face, like, matter of fact, do this for me, y'all, because we family, right? Do this for me. If y'all ever see my face, it should just be a blind like, just like, oh, that's Sale. You know what I'm saying? That's Benson. Like, just a like. Even if you don't watch the video, right? Because y'all go get sauce on here. Even if y'all miss, some other videos, whatever. I know people be busy. But it's like, if you see my face, just do. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Do. And we good. All right? Like I said, I'm gonna make sure that y'all are like, that y'all have what y'all need, right? Every day, I'm gonna make sure that y'all have what y'all need. I'm gonna make sure that y'all got the levels. I'm gonna make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we doing what we need to do. I said, Pac, what up, man? He said Zoom was a ching-a-ling-ling this morning. Hey, you already know. Hey, look, Palantir. I got Palantir right here written down for what we're gonna do with Palantir. All right, so I got you covered. All right, growing and glowing. Angel, how you feeling, Auntie Angel? Auntie Angel, give me a hug. Auntie Angel, give me a hug. Pixel, how you feeling? Ash Cash in the building. What up? All right. All right. Listen, we're gonna. I got a few stocks that I want to go over. Initially, obviously, we'll do a quick review of Zoom. I got Intel. We've been talking about that for a while. We caught it. We didn't take it, which was good because it dropped a little bit, but it's creating a little pattern that I think is going to be pretty good. So what else? Yeah, Nvidia, and then SoFi, and then we could jump to y'all and see what y'all want to see. She said you got my 8-year-old son over here saying, "Dude, hey, listen. The goal is for it to be stuck in your head. So like I said, whenever you see the video, it's just do, and we done. It's really that simple. It's really that like the reason this is why I take long on the intros because I'm like, if y'all are listening to me on the intros, it's like that means y'all have time. Y'all gonna stay for the levels and stuff like that. You have a little bit of time to spare. Just do. That's it. He said, I'm in an Apple call that's up right now. I'm thinking about keeping the runner through earnings. It's a lottery tick. Need one of them meta run. I know, right? What you got the expiration for tomorrow, Beta? He said, when you called Palantir at 150, I said, no way. Yeah. Hey, listen, bro, I told you it was going to come down there. But now that it's down there, we got an opportunity, especially with it coming to that order block and everybody's anticipating earnings. And Palantir has been active. Like with all this stuff going on overseas, like Palantir has been contract after contract. So they are solid on earnings. So I'm definitely like, I'm not necessarily even saying swing it to next week, but it's a really good level to 2027 that thing or 6 months out. So I really like that. Appreciate you, Auntie Angel. I feel it. I feel the energy. All right. Who else we got in here? Mikey. Mike, what's going on, brother? Hey, it's always good to see you too, Mikey. Side Jack, what up, man? TPC in the building. There we go. That's the protocol. That's the protocol. Hit that like. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump right into the charts. We're gonna do a quick recap on Zoom, and then we are gonna get into all the other ones that we got on the list. All right. So I got Palantir right here. I'll get back to this in a second, but we got some stuff right there. Let's go Zoom. All right. So immediately I see what Zoom did. Right? There was no losing in Zoom today. You know what I mean? Like if you held on too long, you actually made out better. You know what I mean? We got out closer to, like, if you're in TPC, I took profits in the earlier part of the day because I was just like, you know what, I don't want them to play no funny business and and try to do something weird, right? These trend lines right here, I just drew these today, so I didn't have the bull flag on there today, but when I saw it open up, I was like, let me go ahead and throw the bull flag on there so I can be sure of the direction that it's going in next. So as y'all can see, it's broken out of the bull flag. If it closes here, it may be trying to clean this area up and go ahead and do a mean reversion down here to 86. All right. Like I said, if it's a wick, I don't like things closing with wicks this big. But what could happen is it could tomorrow it could jump up and then start to reject off of this bull flag, and reject down to the to the downside, right? So that's what I'm gonna be watching for. I'm probably not gonna touch Zoom for a swing. We caught it nicely today. Like I said, anybody that dared to matter of fact, let me switch back to y'all. Did anybody stay in it? Okay, so hey, that's so funny. Hey, LaRue, you said that right as I'm asking. I'm like, did anybody stay in that joint? And she said I held it. Hey, listen, it had the setup. It had the setup to do extremely well. Like we knew it was going to come down. Sometimes you can leave a runner, right? If you're dealing with one contract, I'm always like get out get out early. So that's the reason I'm trying to like. If we open up, it's like, hey, it's no need to like even put yourself in a position to lose it. You can always re-enter. But if you had a runner or you were able to hold on to that, man, y'all did really good. He said, Swift, what up, man? He said expire, but roll if it's worth it. Okay. Are you currently up in it, Beta A? I haven't even looked at Apple today, so I'm not even sure. Hey, see, Toya got my back. Listen, I don't know what I'm talking about, yo. This is entertainment, right? We just over here entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I would tap, but I'm like, y'all probably can't even see it. But we over here entertaining. That's it. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, right? By any means. And this is not financial advice by any means, right? I'm just talking. And y'all are in here hanging out. All right? So yeah, appreciate you, Toy. So yeah, LaRue says she got 214. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, Jay Sapp, what up? What up? All right, so look, we're gonna jump back into it. All right. So again, Zoom can definitely come back and retest this lower part of the bull flag and fall back to a mean reversion to clean this candle up. But we'll have to see, right? Right as it stands right now, I don't really see that like taking place. I think the likely scenario is that we get like a little bit of a bounce and some consolidation, before going lower or higher. So the move that that we wanted to be made was absolutely made today, as you can see. Huge drop. Shout out to everybody that caught that. We called that. We not only did we call it right here on live, but we took it right here on live. All right. So this is free game. So yeah, so Zoom, I'm going to wait on this. I'll update tomorrow about what a better move is, but I don't see anything like really happening today because such a big move was made here. So we're gonna let this breathe. Look, when you catch a big move, you gotta let it breathe. Okay. Like if you get so we caught this the other day. We caught Intel it jumped like 11%. We gotta just let it breathe for a second. All right. It's rarely going to give you like big move, then big move. It's going to be like a big move, and then it's going to try to figure out, hold on, what am I doing? It's going to try to like, what direction am I going? Am I really trying to go up? And once it settles into that, it's going to form another pattern, and then we'll catch that. But when we get these blessings, when we get these gifts, we just got to let it breathe for a second. That was a big reason I didn't take Intel yesterday, right? It didn't break out of that bull flag to give it the real go. So I was like, let's just let it breathe. And it turned out that was the right decision. All right, so that's Zoom. Got a little ahead of myself talking about that. So let's go to Intel. That was the next on the list. And again, as y'all are coming in, y'all know what to do. Just hit that like button. That's all I need from y'all. All right, hit that like button. All right, so y'all, Intel's interesting because do you see? All right, let me see if I can take these contracts off because I always want to see what y'all see. That's the point. It ain't like I can get on here and talk all day, but I want to make sure that y'all are seeing what I see. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm gonna remove these ad contract joints since I got the green things there. We don't need the text, as well. It's just making it real cluttered. I can keep take profits up there though. All right. Now with this, let me bring it down here. With this, With this right here, what do y'all see? What do y'all see right here? I'm gonna flip back to y'all. Ali Payne, what's up? Yeah, we'll get to BTC for sure. We'll get there for sure. Andres, what up, bro? Daniel, how you feeling? Speedy. He said being patient with Trey only a little. Yeah, you gotta exercise that patience for sure. All right. Roswell, what up though? Who else we got in the building? D Clark, how you feeling? Yeah, we'll get to BC for sure. But yeah, as y'all come in, definitely hit that like button. What are y'all seeing right here? All right. What does this look like to y'all? I just want to see where y'all mind at right now. What do y'all see when y'all see this? This, and then look at this. What do y'all see? Mark Quinn, what up, bro? How you feeling? You said double bottom forming? Yeah, solid. That's true. That's true. That's not wrong at all. That's absolutely true. But I'm looking for something else. But that's absolutely true because that is a part of what I was getting ready to go over. So you reading that correctly. What else do y'all see though? Gap up. Yeah, that's true. It's a gap up there. Is that a bullish harami? So I like that you brought that up, but not quite. Right? Not quite. It is a harami, but it's not bullish. Right? Yep, that's a neckline. Yep, that is the neckline. But all of these, so everything y'all saying is right, and this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. All of these things that y'all are saying are correct, and we about to talk about how they all mesh together. You know what I'm saying? Like the harami, yes, it's not a bullish harami, but it is a bearish harami, right? We're seeing a little mirror because we just got a bullish harami, and now it's a bearish harami after a gap up, right? We're also seeing a neckline forming because we got a lower low, and that order block is still sitting right there. So in order for that gap to get filled, a double bottom would have to form. So all of what y'all saying is correct, right? So when we see all of those things, what direction is it saying it's going in? Let's go back to it. With all those things we just mentioned, what do y'all think the next move is on Intel? I want to hear from y'all. Yep. Bartier Way said, you said shoulders. You know what? It's possible. It's possible. It would take more time for the other shoulder to form, but I see what you're saying about right here. Like this could be a shoulder right here for sure. So if this were to come down here, somewhere in this area, then this bullish order block could turn into the area where the right shoulder is formed. So you're right about that, Bartier. But it's not, that play would take a little bit of time for it to actually form. But you know, it's important to always be looking to the future. You know what I mean? Like when you're looking on the charts and you're looking at patterns, I'm always trying to give y'all insight to how you should be thinking. It's like never get too focused on what's happening. It's like you gotta have like layers to your approach, right? So just imagine when you take off in a plane, before you get to like the cruising altitude, you can see cars moving, and low key it looked like if I jump out this thing, like I wouldn't be too fucked up, right? But then you get to a point where you like, hold up, these cars starting to look like nothing, and then you get to a point where you can't even see cars, you just see like the grid lines of the cities and stuff like that, right? So it's a similar thing with trading, right? We got the things that we're doing in the intraday. That's when we can still see the cars. But a lot of what's really going on, you're gonna see when you zoom out like to that daily and that weekly, and you gotta start seeing, okay, like looking to the left. This is a pattern that's forming over here that could possibly be forming. There's nothing to necessarily do about it just yet, right? This shoulder is in. There's nothing to do about it yet because we still don't know if it's going to be a head and shoulders. But if you were to hold up a mirror to this right here, it would literally be a head and shoulders. So we're about halfway through the formation of another potential head and shoulders, right? Or what it could also be is that not being a head and shoulders at all, and it's just a double bottom, and it stops right here, right? So we know that if it can reverse when it comes back down here, if it can reverse here, we know that a double bottom is in, and we are going to go back and reclaim that high, right? So we can take profits up here. If we come down here, if we come down here and reverse and bounce, right, we are going to come back and clean up these highs. So we can leave to take profits right there. If it breaks through this order block, this green order block will go away. And guess where the next order block is? I'm telling y'all, this shit connects. Excuse my French if there's anybody like watching with their kids. But do you see how this all connects, right? If this comes back down to the next order block, then that would be a full like head, right? And then if it comes back up to this, because once this gets broken through and it comes back and rejects here, it would turn into a red order block, right? So there's a potential head and shoulders in the longer term, like that's coming through, and we'll have to address that when it comes. But it's good to, like I said, look to the future. The immediate thing that we're looking at though is this gap that need to be filled right here, bearish harami right here, right at the neckline, and a retracement down here to the low to form a double bottom, right? So there's two plays at stake. We could go down, right? Ride it down to retest this area, and then we can wait when it retests this area to form a reversal, give us a bullish confirmation, and then take entries to retrace it back up to the top, right? A lot of times when something is on its way to a top, it needs just a little bit more steam. It need it need more people, right? So that's where the pullbacks happen. That's where the neckline of the double bottoms form. It was like, yeah, people were excited about it, but it made the move too soon, so people got a little bit skeptical and started to back off a little bit. So now we can see it fall. All right. So what I'm going to be looking for on Intel is it to come back down here, and I would prefer to take take the reversal here at this bullish order block. This is a bearish harami, but with there being gaps to the upside and downside, it may not behave like it's supposed to. So it's kind of like a coin toss, right? It could go up or down because of these two gaps. So the smart thing to do would be, instead of trying to, be a fortune teller, just let it tell us what it's going to do. So we'll let this breathe, right? We don't got to catch it every day, but when it comes back down to this order block and forms a double bottom, y'all already know what time it is. All right? Is that making sense to y'all? Phoenix, how you doing? How you feeling? Microsoft, yeah, I do Microsoft. Liz, got you. Again, as y'all come in here, y'all make sure y'all just tap that like button, man. It helps out tremendously. All right. You see that, right, D? I'm telling you that double bottom is going to be way better because it's already bounced crazy off of it. Like I said, it didn't have enough steam yet, but a double bottom is already a stronger formation, right? So I'm gonna tell you what could also possibly happen. We could get a double bottom and then get a bullish engulfing or a bullish harami at the double bottom. So that could really make it, you know what I'm saying? Like we could literally get the same 10, 12% move that we just got on Intel the other day again, like next week. You know what I mean? But it's no point in losing money trying to guess what it's going to do. Like I said, when it makes a big move, that's great. Bravo. You gotta bring yourself back down to earth and be like, all right, I got my money, I put it all to the side, whatever. Now it's time to get get smart and look and see like what the next move is. And I'm telling you, that's it. That's gonna be a banger. I'm telling you that one might we swing that for 30 days. That one might go even crazier than the first one. I'm pretty sure. All right. Phoenix said, "How long have I been trading? I've been trading since what 2018. So what is that? Um, like 8 years, going on 8 years. Yep. All right. So yeah. So that's the move on Intel, y'all. Again, I'm not taking anything in that this week, especially with tomorrow being the end of the week. We're gonna let it do what it does and tell us what it wants to do. Because also, right, this is the beautiful thing about knowing what you're doing, right? It's like it could also go fill this gap. We could miss it, but then it could go and form a double top. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just let it go to one of these levels. You know what I mean? Like if that's the biggest thing that I can get y'all to understand is like being okay with missing something because there will be something better, right? Especially if you're tracking the play, right? We are looking at Intel every day. We know what's going on with it. We're looking at the news. We're looking at the technicals. It could come back to this take profit level. Like it could gap up tomorrow, and we missed it because we didn't take it overnight. And then it could come here and then and like form a fail two up, and then we get a confirmation on like Monday or Tuesday or something like that, and then it could fall straight down into this order block. So it's so many different ways that it can go. All right, so we got Zoom done, we got Intel done. Let's go look at Nvidia, right? Because this another banger. Listen, if y'all are not in the Prosperity Collective, man, y'all go ahead and let them know just how we get down. Pretty much every day in the Prosperity Collective, right? We got Isaiah over there sniping IWM all day long. We even when we not live on the channel, we still got it going on, in the group for you to be able to take certain plays. So we got pretty much every end covered. All right. So I'm gonna show you Nvidia, and I'm gonna show you like how we smacked it today. Right. We were talking about this on live yesterday too. Right. Um, we were talking about this on live yesterday. And let me see if anybody's in here can remember what I said. What did I say Nvidia was gonna come down to and come down and do? She said, "Let it cook." Exactly. You said it's a cup and handle on a 2 hour. I like them cup and handles, man. I like the cup and handles. But what did I say Nvidia was gonna do, y'all? I said it was gonna fall, which we caught it, right? We caught it when it came back and retested. I caught it right here at the retest of the Bollinger Band, and we caught like I think like 30% on that one. Um, but I said it was gonna come back and it was gonna retest the bull flag, and that's exactly what it did. Right? It came back and it retested the bull flag. Um, Nvidia now is positioned to possibly pump. Again, y'all know me, right? I say this every day. I don't like to take calls into order blocks. So even though this did retest the bull flag and it probably will blast off, I just can't bring myself to taking a call while something is sitting in a bearish order block. I just can't. All right. But when it gets through that order block, 194 is a level that I have marked for confirmation. So if it can get above 194, then Nvidia really wants to start retracing back to that 200 area. All right. So Nvidia is cool. Like I said, it did exactly what we said. Right. We said it was going to fall and retest the the bull flag, and it did just that. That's why y'all, it's important to draw these. Right. Please get in the habit. Let me switch back over here. Please get in the habit of drawing trend lines and bull flags and bear flags, right? If you ever see something, even if you're looking at something on a lower time frame, right? If you're looking at something on the 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, and you see it trending down, do yourself a favor and just draw a trend line, right? If you can connect two or more positions of something going in one direction, right? Two or more wicks, that is a line. A line is made up of two points. That's all a line is a connection of 2 points, and it can extend to 3, 4, 5, however many points you want to connect it to. But this is a very easy way of you catching the change of direction, right? Because you see clearly with the line that is going down, and then the moment that it switches directions and closes there, it's like, oh shit, this is my time to shine, right? Yes, consider other things that might be like playing a role, but yeah, it's gonna be your time to shine. You feel me? So yeah, that's that. Look, I see a lot of people are piling into the live right now. Welcome. Do me a favor and just hit that like button. Look, you see this? Just look, take your finger. I don't know if you got a mouse or if it's on the keyboard, but just be like, Doot, one time for me, right? I never gatekeep any information or levels. All I need you to do is not gatekeep the likes. Don't be a buff security guard standing at the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let them get in. You don't be hands across your, you know what I'm saying, arms folded, you know what I mean, earpiece in your ear with the like button. It's unnecessary. All right, so y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me, man. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out tremendously, with the channel and getting this out to more people that need to see it. All right. So as you're listening, just hit that like button for me real quick. All right, we got some really good levels, man. Y'all just gotta stick around for them. All right. He says there's something better than Meta. You talking about as far as Meta performed today? Like Meta looked crazy today. I don't think I seen anything like moving like Meta for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is there something better than say I can't? You said you can't either. You got burnt that way in Google. You said I understand that rule, not trading into a daily. Yeah. Listen, if I see a bearish order block, I'm only taking bearish stuff. Like I'm not. You know what I mean? It's some traders out there that be like, oh yeah, like they like, no, this exact level right here, like it's gonna come. I'm like, listen, if I see a bearish order block, the level don't mean nothing to me no more. Cause I'm like, there's way cleaner plays that I can take that just gonna have me, feeling way better about it, right? I'm not trying to get to an exact, point, inside of a bearish or bullish order block. I'm just not doing it. All right, I like to keep my money. You feel me? All right, so yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Keep liking this up. We about to jump into this next play, which is something that I think is really really beautiful for the next couple of weeks. All right, so we're gonna get back into it. We got SoFi, right? I know a lot of people, want to know about SoFi. What is SoFi doing, right? When are we gonna get in SoFi? When is the time to buy SoFi long term? Well, we're about to go over it. All right, we're about to go over exactly when you need to buy SoFi. Right. Again, like I said, I'm gonna make sure y'all sauced up. Y'all gonna have everything y'all need. All right. We got about a little less than an hour left in the market. All right. So here's the deal with SoFi. There is I did some little research before I got on here, and there's a lot of orders coming into SoFi. Right. There's a lot of orders coming into SoFi because of their earnings tomorrow. Also, y'all know my favorite swing setup is the edge of the Bollinger Band. Matter of fact, where's the Keltner channel? Y'all know my favorite setup is like hugging the Bollinger Band and then a mean reversion, right? So let me make this a little bit bigger. It's a bit of a little consolidation right here, right? Not the prettiest, but there is a lot of contracts coming in even for tomorrow to revert back to the mean, right? So there's a lot of people playing earnings. Obviously, the more conservative approach is to not play earnings and just kind of like let it do what it does. But I do think SoFi is going to go pretty crazy. I'm not advising to play into earnings, but after tomorrow, we could have a strong confirmation candle. If it goes crazy and gaps up to to the mean, then we could play it. We could play it to the downside like sometime next week. But you know, SoFi looks like it gets expensive around $28. So just keep that in mind, right? If it's up here by the mean, we're not playing it any higher. We would like a confirmation somewhere around like 25.50, right? Somewhere in this area would be a good confirmation. Again, we don't know what earnings are going to do. It is tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow after hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if SoFi just ran up all day tomorrow, right? Because like I said, there's a lot of people buying contracts that I've seen with with the bots. So there is a level right here that it's kind of approaching. So some could call this like a some would call this a retest of that level. I do like it. The volume is lower today, right? If you can see that. Let's see something. And their estimated earnings is 11 cents per share. Okay. Yeah. Well, the volume's slightly lower today. It's not like I thought it was down here. It's slightly lower today. It's not enough to say that it's like especially with an hour level, it's not enough to say that it's like declining. But yeah, I will say this. There's a lot of volume coming into SoFi. This technically is not a setup because it doesn't have a reversal signal. So just following my rules, right? I'm not going to signal it. However, I do believe that this is going to pump tomorrow. I'm just not going to signal it because it is not follow my technicals. And like I said, my biggest thing is like I don't want to like start putting bad habits on you guys like where you're gambling, right? Because investing is not gambling, trading is not gambling. It's taking smart entries based off of a set of rules and principles, right? So on principle, I'm not going to get in this, but I will tell you to watch it, and we can discuss it tomorrow and see if it does pump like I think it is. But don't try to front run it. I'm not saying get in this, but the time to buy this is very soon. All right. So SoFi. All right, Microsoft. Again, y'all, if y'all just joining, man, welcome. I'm here every day. All right, 11:30 Pacific, and then 2:30 Eastern, and that is AM. I think somebody asked me if it was PM. I was just like, no, sir. That would be kind of crazy. So it is AM as we are here right now. All right. Ooh. Oh man, did we look at Microsoft yesterday? I wish I would have seen this fail to up right here. That thing, ooh, my goodness. Somebody made a lot of money on that drop. Somebody also lost a lot of money. Okay, yeah, this is beautiful. So here's what I'm thinking. I think Liz brought this one up, y'all. So here's what I would want to see. Again, this is anticipating the next move. Again, every day we're not going to have a move, but what I would like to see is a bullish Harami form here. Bullish Haramis, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they tend to form after a gap up or a gap down, right? Just kind of go look on your look on different charts. They tend to form around that time, and that also makes for a bigger move to be made. So something like this, right? It's like, all right, we didn't take this, we weren't in this, we didn't catch the downside, but guess what? Tomorrow could be a bullish Harami if we gap up. So if it closes down here and we gap up, or not gap up, because you can't gap up when the it would take a lot to gap up with a candle this big. So we could open up higher than what we closed, but it wouldn't form a gap because it couldn't gap up until it got to about 440, 445.50 or 440, 446. It would have to get that high for it to be considered a gap because um, it has to go above the highest point of of the previous day for it to be a gap. Not just higher than when it closed. So if it opens up higher than it closed yesterday, like around here, we could see it kind of just consolidate in this area all day tomorrow, right? And then again, I'll be back on here tomorrow, and we can just be like, you know what? We got the bullish Harami. Let's go ahead and swing this out to 2 weeks, right? Because it will revert back to the mean. So yeah, we'll check and see what else is going on. We got a couple of earnings happening tomorrow, so we'll see like how the market is flowing. But I could see this forming a bullish Harami tomorrow that I would be very interested in taking. All right, so just take note of that. I'm gonna put a star by Microsoft because I definitely would love to take this if it forms a bullish Harami. All right, all right. What else I got for me? Again, as y'all coming in, go ahead and hit that like button. And yeah, I'm done with my list. So y'all go ahead and start dropping dropping stocks y'all want to see. Stefan, what up, man? How you feeling? Best Beezy in the house. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. SoFi is gonna be a. I'm telling you, I think SoFi is going to be a. I think it's gonna be $100 stock, really, or more, right? I think we're going to see the performance on SoFi that we saw on MU and Palantir. I really do. KMB, okay. KMB. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button as y'all come in. I appreciate it. You said ER for SoFi. ER for SoFi is in pre-market tomorrow. Oh, it's in pre-market? Okay. Yeah, I mean, SoFi could pump. I'm not gonna lie, it could pump. AMD. All right. Miguel, how you feeling, man? So we got AMD. The Bartier, is there a way to set an alert for that? Yeah, yeah. So any level that I give y'all definitely set alerts, right? If so in terms of the formation of a bullish Harami on Microsoft tomorrow, you can't set an alert for that, but you can look at the center of that previous candlestick. So the candlestick that's forming today, you can look at what the middle is and kind of like put a level there, or you could just simply say um, you could simply just set a level that is above the close and just set an alert for any level above the close, just meaning that it opened up higher. I'm not sure your situation, like I'm not sure like how much time you may have to like check it out or look at it, but um Iran, yeah, I do Iran for sure. Iran went crazy today. Yeah, we got to look at Palantir for sure. We looked at it a little bit earlier, but we'll go over that swing opportunity again. URI, what is that? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. URI. Am I saying that right? Am I reading that right? You said I'm in and I'm down, but which player you in, K? However, would you? It says I understand that rule. Not trading into a daily order, but however, would you trade into an order block on the 5 minute or wait till it clears? Yeah, it's a little less potent on the lower time frames, but I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I'm a daily time frame. I like a daily time frame, and then I like to mix it in with the 15 and the 30, and then I come down into the lower time frame just for entries. You know what I mean? But I just feel like you get more of the real on a bigger time frame. So I know when if I'm looking at the daily time frame and I know that the stock is coming, lower just based off of technicals that day, then when I do see setups to the downside on lower time frames, I know that there's some truth to it, right? So if we like, so with Nvidia for example, we caught that. Nvidia was supposed to be a bearish day because it had that reversal, right? True rejections at the bearish order block. I had a good feeling that today was going to be a bearish day. Come back and retest the bull flag just like it did, right? So when I see Nvidia break down on a 15-minute orb as it did, I can say, okay, this really is falling. So it just gives you, when you understand the daily, you can always keep that in the back of your mind, and it just gives you more confidence when making a decision about something on a lower time frame. But when you don't look at the higher time frames and you just I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all this like not just Sale just spitballing and saying no, I'm telling you from a person who I'm gonna keep reminding you, I lost 50 grand in this, right? Early on. I lost $50,000 in this early on. I had to crawl my way back to get to a point where I was just even. And then I started making money. You know what I'm saying? So I know all about every little corner of, we're all humans at the end of the day. So there's nothing that you can be experiencing that I haven't experienced, and likewise. Like there's little small variations, but like I know exactly what y'all be doing. You know what I mean? I know exactly the mistakes that y'all making. That's why I'm here to make sure that y'all don't derail too much, right? So when you're trading on the lower time frames and you're not looking at the higher time frames, you get smacked in the head. And because you like, man, I see the bull flag on the 5-minute. You like, it's the daily time frame. You know what I'm saying? And you just get like, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even see that coming. Like somebody just walked up behind you and snuck you. You see what I'm saying? It's like there really is a totally different, there's something totally different that's going on them lower time frames. Right? Again, it can help you with entries, but if you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm just going to trade the 5-minute all day long. Just think about how many 5 minutes there are in the 7 hours that the market is open. How many frames is that? Just think about that. How many frames do you got to see to get a clear picture on a 5-minute? Let's just divide 60 by 5. You know what I'm saying? What is that, 12? So we talking about 12 candlesticks just to make up an hour. Then you got to go multiply that by the 7, like I said, the 7 hours that's in the market, or 6.5, 7.5, whatever it is. That's a lot of different time for like a lot of different candlesticks. So of course it's going to go in a weird pattern that throws you off at some point. But when you're looking at the daily, I can tell you with pretty much with a lot of certainty what direction the stock's supposed to be going in for that day. So when I do drop down to those time frames and I see something that's forming or it looks like it's a little out of character, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe especially if it's going in the opposite direction, you can really tell. Like if it's supposed to be a red day and it starts to creep up, when it starts failing, the reversal's coming. Right? Yes, you wait for confirmation and all that stuff, but like when you get more experience in this, you're gonna really like that Nvidia play I called today. I know a lot of y'all were like, why are you calling a put as it's going up? It's because I've studied this so many times, right? I understand like the different patterns of how stocks move. So when it's sitting there in that order block, right? If it would have broke the order block to the upside, then that would have been like, okay, this is a break of structure, which is rare. It can happen, but it's rare. Right? Because again, we're following the daily time frame. So then it failed. It failed, and then it failed hard. We made our money, and people that held, made even more. All right. Again, as y'all coming in, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. You said time frame for Harami. Dollar General puts. I can look at it. DG. Yeah, Dollar General will be doing this thing sometimes. He said, I got Mike Tyson points, now looking at the high. Listen, you will absolutely get socked, right? And it hurts. And I'm telling y'all this because like I've been that person so many times. I I've been so mad. You can ask my ex, right? I've been in my office at times where I was like, she would hear me in that joint just like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm not gonna say I know y'all got your kids watching, but just every curse word I'm yelling it. You know what I mean? Like I'm pissed, right? And that frustration I knew was not good for trading. I knew it wasn't good for me. So like I really just started to really study this stuff. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out. And I'm telling y'all, like, I got it's little things, right? Because y'all know how to trade. It's little things that get you to that consistency and get you to a point where you just like can reliably say, like, I know I'm gonna make, I know I'm gonna make this amount today. Like I know I'm gonna make this, around this amount in a month. Like I know I ain't gotta ever go back and work. You know what I mean? I know I can take care of like everything. You'll get to that point. I promise you. He said we appreciate you. We're so used to doubling and tripling my account. Created a habit of jumping in early because I already. Yeah, bro. Listen, this is another thing about the market. I'm glad you said that, Mark Quinn. And y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like give me a like or whatever, or a comment or a hallelujah or whatever if y'all agree to this, right? But the good, this is real good, right? Compliments, right? And success on the charts, right? So when you get real good plays, and when you a person that get compliments all the time, you really got to exercise discipline because those things can have you with a false sense of reality, right? When people, I appreciate all the love and all that, but when I get compliments, I just like I really appreciate it, but like I leave it right there because if I ever start thinking that I'm to him, that's when I fall off. You know what I mean? If you ever think that like you absolutely gonna hit this play every single time, this big play, the market is going to humble you, right? And it happens every year. There are a few times a year where you could go up 20, 30, 50, 100,000 and your confidence is on another level and you forgot the fact that the market could also initiate a bear market at any moment. At any moment this year, we could go into a bear market initiation. I'm being real. There are things that can happen in the market that you don't anticipate. So it's the little tweaks, it's the little things that I'm doing. Y'all see me doing, right? I might be like, oh, this is the target, but then I'll be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get out right here. It's important to have that kind of a safety net because if you just out here wilding and winning, it ain't nothing worse than wilding and winning. If you wilding and winning, like you winning and just like you getting lucky, it's going to bite you in the ass so hard. Winning is actually worse than losing. I swear to God. Because the more you win without really understanding what you're doing, the worse habits you're forming. And then when the market finally is like in a space where it's doing this thing, it's going to chew you up. It's going to eat away. Your confidence is going to be gone. And then it's only going to take a few losses, and then you're going to start questioning whether you know how to even trade. You're going to be like, yo, what am I even doing this shit for? I don't know. I don't even want to press the button no more. This is real stuff. Yeah. No, this is real stuff. I'm trying to tell you. She said I was definitely questioning the video play based on what I saw. But yeah, y'all. And like I said, I'm not gonna take no random trades. Like if I'm doing something, it's a reason. And I try my best to explain it to y'all like on here. Sometime in the moment I don't have time to explain it. But that's how it goes. So we got all right, Apple too. Y'all want to see? Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, I appreciate y'all being on here. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. It takes nothing but a 1 second, and it's liked, and you get all this game. You get all this free sauce, all this experience. You getting it just laid on you every day. All right. Yeah, the market will definitely tear you up, Best Beezy and D for sure. Yeah, that's true. Stick to your roots. You got to, man. He said I had so many wins early, it messed me up in the long. Yeah, Listen, a lot, like beginners luck is a real thing. I didn't realize that until I had it. So I don't know if my boy Spencer's in here, but if y'all ever see Spence, he's somebody that was trading with me for a while. You know what I mean? Like it was me, him, my brothers, and my cousins, and we were we had one. Yo, it's so funny when I think about it. Yo, when I really think back, I'm like, niggas was really risking whole portfolios on a single play because we thought we had this hack. So what happened was my cousin, he lived in New York, right? My mother's whole side of the family from New York. So he had this dude that was, swore he was a stock guru, and he was like, bruh, I'm telling you, all you gotta do is wait for the MACD to do this, and then when the MACD cross the thing on the MACD, and then he just kept saying MACD, and I'm just like, all right, he sound like he know what he's talking about. So I'm like, the MACD, all right, whatever, we're gonna do a MACD cross, and then we're gonna get in. We risking our whole portfolio on some random MACD cross. Ain't know nothing about nothing, and was winning, right? I was up. I was up nice. Matter of fact, I went and bought a Tesla. I went and bought a Tesla. How much I was up, and then I lost it all, and then I lost the 50,000. Right. So like, but it was working. It was really like, it was the MACD joint. I can't even remember the name of the strategy. It was just like, he was just like, yeah, when the MACD crosses, whatever. And like every time we would see that MACD cross, we get on the phone, we'd be like, y'all see that? Y'all see the MACD crossing? Like, I'm about to get in. Whole portfolio, I'm risking. And it was working. And then until it didn't work. And it got real ugly. And that's a pain I don't think any of y'all even need to. Y'all don't need to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to feel that. It will mess you up, man. I'm gonna be real. You said I had way less fear though, because I didn't know it seemed like trading was easier. Yeah. I mean and that's another thing. Like during that time, trading was easy for a little time because it was a lot of just weird stuff happening in the world. So there was a lot of opportunities like 2018, 19, 20, right? The pandemic, obviously, that was, pandemic made it easy for everything. If you was doing anything online during the pandemic, you was winning. It says, in the way you deliver info. Hey, I appreciate that, Mark Quinn, man. You see, you said very true. That most definitely it will break you if you don't stick your no, that's facts. He's like, he said, I know you aren't, but I have been trying to see it first entering, create better adjustments in the markets for me. Okay, yeah. See, Spence right here. He said, "Sale lost 50, I lost 20." Listen, Spence? We was in that joint. What did Cody say? He said, it was a MACD crossing, right? Am I tripping? He said it was like the greatest week ever. We was getting to it every day, and then until we wasn't. I'm telling y'all, this is facts. He right here. We really thought we was like, Spence, talk to him. Like, I'm dead ass looking up yachts and cars. I'm like, this Tesla, that's kind of like an entry level car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like, if we making money like this every day for the rest of our lives, I'm like, I gotta think bigger. You know what I mean? So every day, I swear to God, we in that joint just, yeah. We thought we was doing something. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yep. She said super train. Yep. Exactly. It was a lot of just like, and this is another reason I have such a, I'm not gonna say a hate, but I just have such a, I do not mess with these. It's y'all, and I know y'all see them. It's a lot of influencers, right? They got the little uniform. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have like a designer belt. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a little, a little. They're gonna have a little designer. They're gonna have the same glasses. They talk with the same cadence. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna upsell you to like three different things. They gonna bring you into their membership. Then it's gonna be a mastermind. But that mastermind, not the real mastermind, is really the introduction to the super mastermind, which is where you really learn how to trade. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just like, man, we need some real ones online, man. It's not enough of them. I know I've been rapping, but this is just my truth, man. He said everything he's saying is facts. He said that's why I'm in here because he said it took so much mental. Yeah, no facts, man. No, for sure, D. Yeah, it was a lot of them. They was running amok. All right, they was running. They have. Listen. It's the little influencer starter kit, the little influencer uniform. You know what I'm saying? They all just go scroll Instagram, right? I know we not super popular, but we know what we doing and we real and we really getting to it. And we will have that popularity at some point, but that's not even why I'm doing it. I don't care for anybody to know who we are, right? I want everybody that came in contact to be like, yo, they really helped me out. That's all I care about, right? But yeah, you got the uniformers. You know what I mean? They all the same person. I don't you know what I'm saying? They the same person. I swear to God. It's like they build them in a lab or something. All right. All right, we back to the charts. We've been talking too long. We've been talking too long. Y'all know I get the ranting. All right. So we back on the charts. We're gonna go to KMB. KMB. All right. Hmm. Kimberly Clark Corporation. What is this? Consumer non-durables, household personal care. I never heard of this before. But again, if you know how to read charts, you can read them. I don't really see anything here. It looks like it's trying to bounce, but again, it has a level down here in this area. It could want to continue to fall. Um, and it's also sitting right at the mean. So the risk to reward is not crazy. We would need to see some sort of confirmation above the mean or a break below this level right here. But there, yeah, I don't really see nothing. Let me see on the weekly. I don't really see nothing to. Well, on the weekly, it looks bearish, right? So we got a bearish engulfing of this candle right here, and it's also coming out of an order block. So yeah, it's possible that next week is very bearish. So whoever requested KMB, what you wanna watch for is a possible break below 98.05 next week. So if we get a close below this on the daily, below let's just say $98. You get a close below 98 on a weekly. There could be something there. So I'll put a star next to that so I can come back to it to just kind of track what it's doing, and we may be able to catch a nice entry on that. All right, and let's go AMD. I like AMD. This is an inside candle. Um, yeah, I would have preferred AMD close bearish, but I'm looking at the weekly. What am I doing? Let me go to the daily. Hmm. The weekly and the daily kind of tell a different picture. The weekly looked like it was kind of bearish, but the daily, and then also we have one more day left in the week, so that's that. Um, yeah, we got the bull flag drawn here, y'all. It came down and it bounced in the bullish order block. So we just need to close. We just need to close outside of the bull flag. So yeah, that's a pretty simple one. Let me do the measurement for this one. Um, Again, y'all, if y'all just joining, welcome. Do me a favor, hit that like button. All right, I will never gatekeep the levels. Do not gatekeep the likes. All right. Um, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, we could see a little. We could see a nice little movement on on this. Always remember to draw the flagpole, y'all, to add to the breakout to see how far it can go for your target, for your max target. Again, this is a max target. So you always take profit before. So yeah, this looks like it can go above 295. Again, it doesn't always mean it's going to happen like in a day or two. It could be weeks, but from this structure that's the distance that it could go. Yeah, I wouldn't take it today, but if you could get if we can get a confirmation tomorrow, it might not be a bad thing to swing, um, into next week. But again, we got this double top, so even though it's in a bull flag formation, um, the last time it was up here, we can measure it out. The last time that it was at the level the last time that it was at this 249, I'm sorry, 267.09 level, it fell. Let's take our ruler tool and measure it. It fell. It fell about. All right, get out the way. Hold on, can't see. It fell about 27%. Right. So that's what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? So that's why you don't want to play these games. You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't want to play these games when historical levels sent a stock down 27%. So actually, we don't even just need a break out of the bull flag. We need a break of highs. So let me just put a we need a break at this level right here for AMD. You don't want to play bullish games when something gets smacked down like that from a historical level. It could get real ugly. Like I said, even though it's bouncing right here at this order block, it could very well fall through this bullish order block and come down to this one, right? So we need to see it break highs and start wanting to make new highs, and then we can play it, level to level, $10 increments. Again, when you break highs, right? You don't know what the new level is because it's uncharted territory. So a good rule of thumb is to keep a $10 distance as your levels, right? So as it makes a new high, trust that it can go $10 for the next one. But if it goes $10, you don't stay and wait for it to get to that next $10. You would take profit and allow it to kind of like breathe and do what it does. All right, that's a rule of thumb when something's breaking out. Because again, when you look to the left, if it's making new highs, there's no levels at all for you to reference. So a $10 increment is what you wanna consider. All right. So that's AMD. I do like that. Um, I do like that setup, but again, we got to get confirmation. All right, Iran. Okay, so that pulled back today. Y'all, we could be forming a cup and handle on here. I'm about to show y'all a mean setup, right? Look at this. If y'all keep this level right here in mind. Y'all keep 77. This says $77, right? And I let me flip back to y'all real quick. And again, as y'all coming in, hit that like button. I want to flip back to y'all real quick. So 77 is a ways away from from where it is right now. But I want y'all to like write this down, okay? Or set an alert for 77 for Iran, because there's two things that could happen. It could go up there and it could break out, right? I believe that was the highs. It could go and form new highs. But what it could also do is form a cup and handle, right? So when we flip back to it, it's already starting to form a um a cup right here, right? See this? So just imagine. This is why, like I said, you got to be able to see the future. You got to be able to see what it could do. So if it comes here, a lot of people might think, oh, double top. But they forgetting about this U right here. And what it could be doing is coming and forming a handle and retesting this area right here. Right? So we could break this level, right? Come up here, touch highs, and then fall back down around here. And shit, it can really even fall back here on the handle. And then from there, oh my God, that would be such a beautiful. So what I want y'all to do in y'all notebooks, right, is write down Iran potential cup and handle setup for the future, $77. All right, that would be the start of the rejection to form the handle of the cup. So $77, Iran, set notifications, put it in your notebook. That's going to be a moneymaker. All right. It still has to form. So we nowhere near there yet, but I'm just giving y'all like something to go back and reference. Cause I know, when y'all in, everybody in TPC, I always tell y'all like, we make these base hits on the daily, 20, 30%, 40%, whatever. Overnight we get, a honey bun, couple honey buns, whatever. But there's also these opportunities that take sometimes a year to form, 2-3 years to form. And you get to catch those and make the most money you've ever made on a single trade. So that's what that would be. All right, so just keep that in mind. Currently, I don't really see anything on this on the daily. Today could be a confirmation day if it closes bearish, and it could come back to this order block, but it's not super attractive. And again, Iran can be very volatile, so I'm not seeing anything that says like get in it right now, but that 77, I'm trying to tell y'all, like absolutely like keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. All right, so that's Iran. Let's go back to Palantir. Do y'all see that though? Do y'all understand what I'm saying about that Iran play? Microsoft is up $5 since you said it's on the way up for that Harami. Yep, man. Yeah. We gonna see what it does. Like we gonna be patient. We're gonna be patient about it. But if it forms that Harami, man, that's gonna be a go. That's gonna be a really beautiful play. Uh, you said bath tissue. I'm getting to the comments late, y'all. So I don't even know what y'all talking about. He said I love to keep it up. He said I love these. Hey, listen, man. Did we you gotta have fun with it, man. He said we know who you talking about. Hey, Toya, I ain't talking about nobody specifically. I'm just, you know what I mean. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just, you know what I mean. I'm talking about more of an area, more of a location in the United States than anything. He said, "Don't care about popular." Yeah. She said, "Thanks to them, I was able to find you guys. That's awesome. I love it. And you know what's crazy, y'all? Y'all know what's crazy? We don't run ads. We don't run ads, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong. We will eventually start running ads, but we've come across all of y'all beautiful people organically. How dope is that? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like you find your tribe. You said GE at the neckline of a W pattern. All right, I'm gonna look at GE. Yeah, how beautiful is that, yo? All right. You said SNDK. Okay, I do SNDK. All right. You said bounce off the bullish order block on the hour. Okay, nice. Yeah, was that you? I think it was Paperless that was talking about a cup and handle on the 2 hour for Microsoft or one of those. She said it looks delicious. Yeah, so that Iran, y'all definitely like mark that level for Iran. I'm trying to tell you. Chaos, what's going on? How you feeling? The best organic product I've ever found. Hey, I truly appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. I appreciate y'all. I really do. All right. Like I'm working on a job while listening. There we go. There we go, Stephen. Hey, you taking the right steps, man. All right, we're gonna jump back into it. We're gonna jump back into it. All right. So, Palantir, and I'm gonna run through these, y'all, because fortunately, like y'all, we'll probably go through the market closing, but I'm not seeing anything that's worth taking today, so that's fine. Like it's okay to not have a play, but we probably will have something real nice tomorrow. Yeah, Palantir is in that area, right? Palantir, I've said this before. This is the W formation right here. This is the double bottom. So we will probably see Palantir go crazy tomorrow, and definitely into next week. But as I told y'all, this is a really good area for leaps. So if you're looking for a long term play, it's here, right? Palantir is in the next couple of months will, and just mark my words, right? If it doesn't just fall crazy, and when I say fall crazy, I mean like that would just mean we had some sort of economic event. It's more than likely going to come back to 207 in the next few weeks, right? It's probably not even going to take that long, but a leap would be really nice. And then when it comes here, then we're going to break and it's going to start making new highs. So I would really pay attention to this area here and start to get your ducks in a row to get leaps. I do a full breakdown in the group in the TPC to show y'all where I'm entering, but yeah, it's here, y'all. Matter of fact, I probably will take that. Um, I'll probably take that in a second. That's again, that's gonna be a long term play. So I'm probably gonna get this out to 2027. All right. Um, URI. I don't know what that is, but we can look at it. URI. United Rentals. Hmm. Neckline. Ooh. Ooh. So y'all see this? This look. This is just another. Listen, we done had 10 of these this week, y'all. Y'all see this right here? I'm telling you, when you see a rejection and then you see a bullish, I'm sorry, a bearish engulfing, or a bearish engulfing, bearish harami, bullish harami, you get drops. Look at this drop off of this bearish engulfing. This thing dropped 14%, $131 today. All right. So again, this is just like Microsoft. These are repeatable things that you can do, right? When you see a big drop like this, especially when it's dropped down to an order block, we just wait for the confirmation on the next day. So tomorrow, just watch for URI to form something in here, right? We don't get in on the drop because the drop may not be done. We got to wait for it to tell us that it wants to go in a different direction. So since it's down here in between these two order blocks, right, we should see some upward momentum tomorrow, but we're not going to front run it. All right, so I would be watching for levels around like 780, like somewhere 785, 22, somewhere in this area, looking for it to open up. And it'll probably do some consolidation tomorrow. But I'll put a star by that. We'll come back and look at URI tomorrow to see where it's at. because we may be able to swing this, back up into this gap. So that's a good one. I never heard of URI before, but I do like how that's how it moves just based on the charts. All right, then we got Dollar General. All right, Dollar General. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd be curious. I'd be curious to see if there's. I gotta go look at the bots. I gotta go. I need to see if there's. I need to go see if there's some volume coming into this, but it's right here at a bullish order block. It hasn't reversed yet, so of course I'm not going to take it today. But I'm gonna watch Dollar General. I'm gonna watch that too. I'm gonna start at. Right now it's nothing, but it's in an area where it looks like it's ready to bounce. But it is a Maribosa, like it's like a clean no wick bearish candle. So I'm not going to just straight enter on that. And like I said, I haven't looked at the flow, so I don't know how much volume is coming into this. But um, yeah, this is a pretty cool setup that could be forming for tomorrow. So I like Dollar General. We'll definitely review that tomorrow on live because this could be an entry tomorrow. All right, and we'll do Apple. Apple made us money earlier in the week. Mm-hmm. Yep, Apple's on this. I should have a bear. Okay. All right. I should have a bear flag on there. All right. Now it's a bull flag. Um. Yeah. Apple's kind of in a weird situation right now. It came down on the bear flag. Y'all see how it's drawn? It didn't come all the way down to the target, but it made it pretty far, like pretty close to it, into this order block, and it bounced. This is somewhat of a bull flag right here. Um. Yeah. So yeah, we need to see a breakout of this bull flag. So if we can get like a closing above like 260, I'd be interested in it. We do have this bear flag sitting right here, but when I look to the left, I see all of this red right here. This could easily get cleaned up. Also, the distance from the breakout to the order block is about $5. So I told you I don't like to take swings into order block, but $5 is a decent distance, right? So if we can break out of this bull flag tomorrow, like around, like I said, 260.50, somewhere at 260.28, 260.50, then I'd be interested in swinging this to the upside. All right, because we do have a bull flag here. All right, and we did bounce here at this order block, so we got the pole here too. So matter of fact, we can measure that out and just see about how far that can go. And typically, like I said, this measurement typically gives us insight about another level or some other confluence. So that's why it's always important to draw it out. All right, take that extra 5 seconds to do it. All right, this is gonna make you a thorough trader. All right, yeah. So this would put us right at the top of the order block, and look right here at another level, like damn near at another level. Right, it just depends on where it breaks out. So it always shows us something. And matter of fact, if I really look at this, ooh, if I really look at this, what y'all see? I'm flipping back to y'all. What do y'all see? If y'all look at this, what are y'all seeing right here? I'm gonna make it a little wider. What are y'all seeing? What are y'all seeing take form? Let me see who the first person to get it is. Again, as y'all come in, do me a favor, right? Take just 1 second. All right, I'm gonna pause for a second. just take 1 second and take this finger, put it on the mouse, and doot, hit that like button. That's all I ask from you. I'm gonna keep delivering bangers. If you've been on here at all this week, you see that everything that we called this week worked out. Every play that we took on live worked out. Every play that we called worked out. All right, so I'm gonna keep delivering, knowledge and information and wisdom to you. All I need is that like. All right, and I truly appreciate that. All right, there we go, Denisha. There we go, QTZ. There we go, Pixel. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. You know what? I'm not even showing up no more. Y'all got it. I'm done. Y'all got it. Exactly. Head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. So we had a bear flag and then a bull flag. And that bear flag and bull flag is low-key forming left shoulder, right shoulder. Oh my God, man. This stuff is so, when you really just sit back and just let the chart speak to you, you start to see little things, because I didn't even see the reverse head and shoulders forming at first, but I was telling myself, I'm like, damn, we went from a bear flag to a bull flag. I'm like, that gotta be something. But it is turning out to make sense that like a back-to-back bear flag and bull flag can be a inverse head and shoulders. So we got left shoulder here, neck right here, neckline. I'm sorry, the head is right here. The neckline is right here, right? Right shoulder. So what could happen, this is also the reason that we're not taking it today, because it can consolidate right here. It can go back and forth right here for a little minute before breaking out. But when it breaks out of this shoulder and then breaks this neckline right here, we will clean all of this up over here. So we will see it go straight through this bearish order block. Right? So I'm gonna put a double star next to Apple, because that could get real nasty. That could get real nasty to the upside. That could get real nasty to the upside, y'all. So we gonna watch that one. All right. Okay, the next one is GE. GE. Okay. I like GE. I like GE. Definitely a reversal. I like GE. It's definitely a reversal coming. I also do not like this bearish order block. Let me see what's happening on the weekly though. Okay, I see this. I see this clearly. All right. So here's what's happening. Tomorrow, what we could see is it coming to. This is going to be a test area right here. All right. So tomorrow it's going to come up into this area possibly, and possibly form what's called a piercing pattern on the weekly, which would make next week bullish. So we're looking for this to come to about right here, y'all. If it could come to about right here, that would be what you call a piercing pattern. 50% encroachment on the previous candle. All right, that's a piercing pattern, highly reversal. It's a high probability for reversal on a piercing pattern. So we're gonna be looking for this level right here, 307.70. So really about 308. If it doesn't come up there tomorrow, then we don't get the piercing pattern on the weekly, and it could possibly not be ready to reverse yet. We still would need more confirmation. So again, if it comes up to that level, that would put it into like this order block. But if it closes super bullish, then it's already closed. So we gotta wait till tomorrow to see what it does. But if it comes, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, the closing tomorrow, because it's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. So if it closes around this area bullish or up here, then I love it. That would be a piercing pattern on the weekly. and a confirmation on the daily. So it's also bouncing off the lower part of this Bollinger Band. And what I love about this is that the mouth of the Bollinger Band is wide. So whenever you see a wide mouth like this, like just think about like a wide mouth can get a lot of shit in it. So it has a further trajectory to the mean. So if we get a matter of fact, if we just get a confirmation tomorrow, I would take this, and I would take this to I would take it to about 312. If we can get a confirmation higher high higher low tomorrow, this could go straight to 312. So I'm putting like 312 target, confirm piercing pattern on weekly or higher high, higher low. All right. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Shout out to whoever pointed that one out. And then the next one was SNDK. SNDK. Again, y'all, if you just joining, man, I'm extremely happy to have you here. All I ask is that you just hit that like button for me one time, right? Just do, and we are a family from that point. All right. All right, Sandus looks pretty good. Oh yeah, Sandus look like it's ready to reverse. Y'all know what I say about them hammers at the end of up moves. Y'all seen it. Look, look, look. How many times you seen a hammer at the end of the up move in reverse? It had a hammer at the end of the up move right here in reverse. Hammer at the end of the up move. So of course the market's closed, so we can't get in, but we should see this come down tomorrow. If it closes, bearish tomorrow, it may be an opportunity to, to get in. Also, if this opens up like slightly down or up and is still holding the structure of this candle, we'll watch it on the intraday, and there may be an opportunity to just ride it into confirmation throughout the day tomorrow. So we'll see. But this is a pretty decent move. It's not something that I would want to swing, and that's why I said intraday. And the reason is, I told y'all, when you see something sticking up like this and not even coming near the mean, it's in a super uptrend. So you don't want to try to counter it. You want to catch the upsides. But if you are going to take the counter, it needs to be in a controlled environment, meaning like you're day trading it. You know what I mean? It's out of your, once you hit that submit button and you go to sleep at night, it's out your control, right? Markets close, you sweet dreaming, and you wake up and your account is on some other shit. So we're not going to swing anything with this much of a bull trend, not to the downside at least. If it can pull back to this order block, then I swing it to the upside there. But yeah, that's SanDisk. It looks good. We just got to see what happens tomorrow. All right, and that's about a wrap. That's about a wrap, y'all. I'm about to come back over here, wrap with y'all for a quick second. But yeah, it's been a really good week. She said, I don't like wide mouths. Hey, D, funny. Hey, wide mouths will get you paid, man. They have earnings. Who has earnings, Liz? You ever feel like you've been talking so much that you like low key be like, damn, I'm probably just gonna be quiet for the rest of the day and not say a word. That's how I be feeling sometimes. I be like, damn, I've been rapping. Oh, SanDisk. Okay. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how they perform. Liz, we'll look at it in the morning. We didn't get a chance to get around to to those last few stocks fast enough, but yeah, there was nothing really there that we needed to like get in. Yeah, we might miss some, you know what I mean? But tomorrow we should have some really really good setups to actually enter. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Anybody got anything exciting going on in their life this weekend? Anything y'all looking forward to? Any plans for the weekend? See what y'all talking about. It said AAP has earnings tonight. Okay. He said it's a privilege to have this much access to y'all brilliance right now. Hey man, hey, I appreciate that, man. We're grateful for for y'all just trusting us. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell y'all a quick story. Um, so me and Zay, me and Zay been tight for like I actually met Zay on Facebook, right? This is like in the beginning of me starting my my watch company, and he was doing like a podcast where he was like interviewing entrepreneurs and stuff like that, and I think we low key like reached out to each other at the same time. I don't know how we even got connected, but I was like yo, like you got we got to get on the show. He was like for sure, like so we did a little podcast interview, talking about Benson Watch Company when I was in my earlier days, and it was dope. You know what I mean? Of course, at that time I'm 37 now, so back then I was like what 20, 26, 27. Um, so I thought I knew everything, but I didn't really have it all figured out yet. And that was it was a good start, but more than anything, right? Bigger than business, bigger than anything else, it kicked off a very strong relationship because it was something that we recognized in each other, that was kind of like familiar and like it's like real recognized real. You know what I mean? And we would just have these conversations like every conversation we would have would build would build on itself. And then we started locking in. Then we met in person, and I moved to LA, and then he was moving to LA right around the same time. So now we in LA. So we kicking it more. You know what I'm saying? He coming through the crib. I'm coming through the crib. You know what I'm saying? He was out like Long Beach. So that was a little pocket of time for a few years, and basically we always had this vision of creating something great together. We just didn't know exactly what it was and how it was gonna work. But literally every time we got together, we like it'll be a point like the story's still forming, right? It'll be a point where we start sharing a lot of stuff because we've been documenting stuff for like years. Like we've been doing masterminds together. Like we've been plotting on things like helping each other out with individual businesses and stuff like that. That we will document with y'all in like the regular conversations tab. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see how it all came together. But more than anything, we always spoke what we were going to do into fruition. And I had a lot of friends in my life that I've known. I'm a loyal guy. I know a lot of people from the past. I had a lot of friends where it wasn't this is no knock to anybody, right? No, it's not better or anything like that, but it's just like what I needed in my life at the time was conversation that was more consistent with elevation. And a lot of the conversations that I was having with people that I've known forever and all that stuff, it wasn't there because people naturally kind of like just remember you for like for who you are and where you were when they met you. It's no knock to anybody. It's just how human beings work. So we came into the fold at a time where we was both on that same thing. So all of our conversations was just about, man, we're gonna do this and do this and do this and do this. And as time went on, those things was happening. You know what I'm saying? It was like I remember it was a time where like, man, I just needed like $10,000 to like get some inventory for my watch company. And then I go back and look at it, I'm like, damn, I was really racking my brain for $10,000. You know what I'm saying? But it happened and we was talking about it. And then as the conversations continued to improve, like we started seeing these things happening in real life. And every year the conversation get different. And we look around and we like, damn, yo, we really living everything we talked about. Not to mention outside of business, the parallels that that our lives have run right? Either I experienced something, first, or he experienced it. So one of us had the information on, on how to help our brother out of that particular situation, right? So I say all that to say this, right? I want to leave y'all with this. It is extremely important to have a friendship or a community or somebody that you lock in with that is on your frequency when it comes to the things that you truly desire, right? There's a lot of people in this world, right? But when you think about greatness, the circle be so tiny because it needs to be, right? Because you need to be focused. You don't need to be, catering to everybody. You need to have a clear focus. But I definitely wish and set the intention that everybody can find someone like that or a community like that, because when you in the trenches with a friend or a brother or a sister or whatever, it makes a world of difference. And if you can intentionally have conversations that build upon each other, right? That are not just about frivolous stuff, and you understand the power of words, right? And the power of saying and not asking, but like literally, this is what's happening, right? And talking that on a consistent basis with that person, you're gonna see your life change in a major way. I promise you. I promise you. Exactly. Iron sharpens iron. You say you're going through the same thing right now. Glad I found y'all. Cause like, yeah, I'm absolutely beta. Listen, man, and we've talked in email, so I completely understand exactly where you're coming from, bro. So yeah, it's truly important, man. Like I said, I know I be rapping, right? And I know Isaiah be rapping too. We be talking, right? But like, it's because I'm coming from such a pure place that I want y'all to really understand this shit. You know what I mean? Like everything that I say is like from real life experience. You know what I mean? And like it makes everything that much easier. So we're essentially trying to be that friend or that brother to you. Because I know that everybody may not have that, right? Everybody may not have somebody that's like at the same time as you, because that's also the thing, like people change at different times. But somebody at the same time as you is trying to go to that different place, trying to live better, trying to eat healthier, trying to earn more money, trying to get better with God and spiritually and all of that stuff, right? A lot of times the timing don't always be the same. So, we're gonna form a community that's a reflection of our friendship. And the intention is for y'all all to feel that same, that same energy while y'all here. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Again, I appreciate y'all. It's always love over here. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. All right. So I see y'all in the group tomorrow. Look, if you're looking for a trading home, man, the Prosperity Collective is the only way. All right. The link is in the description of all my videos. So go watch a video. If you find some value, click the link and come on over. We would love to have you. And for everybody else, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow on live, 11:30 a.m., 2:30. 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 Eastern, and then live in the group tomorrow at 6:15 a.m., 9:15 Eastern. All right. If you haven't already, just go ahead and hit that like button. All right. Them likes, they help me out tremendously, and help us continue to do what we do. All right. Hey, Mark Quinn, for sure, man. Salute. I got you. All right. You said I know exactly what you're talking about, and yeah, no, for sure, D. All right. Let's continue to win. All right. Remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.